discover anything interesting. Platinum Galdur Pup? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the quest line for Home and Back Again, where you'll get this adorable little Galdur Pup and unlock the career pet pack ability. Please follow along if you need it, and check the description down below for all the materials you probably need to pick up along the way, but I recommend just carrying around with you because it's a lot of hopping back and forth between different maps, and yeah, it kind of drove me a little crazy. Anywho's, good luck! I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Please like and subscribe! If you go to the Elderwood Central Stables and you go this way to the right side of the veranda thingies, I don't know what you call them, there's a little creature here. The echo swirling around this object doesn't allow you to get any closer. Maybe Tamala can give you more information? Hexomancy? Huh. Tamala, are you here? Oh, there you are. There's the lady of the hour. Tamala?
Did you bring a trinket to show you care?
Oh, I didn't see you there. Did you craft a potion of invisibility? Ask about the cursed object? Oh, that old thing? I wouldn't worry your cute little head about it, Zozo. Leave it to the experts. What exactly is it? None of your business, as I think I've been quite clear. Still, I suppose you have been rather helpful in the past. Perhaps it can become your business. I was excavating some human ruins to the south when I discovered this object. Unfortunately, the echo possessing it is so concentrated that I have not been able to discern what exactly is at its core. Based on what you observe from the Order Alchemist, we can assume it has some sort of sentience, and sentient curses tend to be the most dangerous. Curses? Yes, it's quite fascinating, actually. The art of hexomancy is ancient and quite misunderstood. You've had some experience with it. The spell you cast on me. Yes, the little present I left with you in the caves. Now, before you get too worked up, that curse is relatively harmless. Curses are not inherently negative. You can think of them more like commands, much like how Flo can be commanded to obey the runecaster's directives. A curse bearer is compelled to obey the will of the hexomancer. I won't bore you with the details, but I have a reason to believe Echo is connected to hexomancy. The effects of Echo infection mirror a curse almost exactly. The difference is that instead of a hexomancer's will becoming the source of the echo of the curse, Echo has something else powering it. Since I can see your eyes glazing over, I shall simplify it for you. Touch that object without proper protection and preparation, and effects are sure to be as devastating as they are fascinating. I'm fond of you, darling, so I'd like us both to avoid that little scenario. There has to be a way to cleanse it. Of course there is. Nothing remains a mystery from me for long, darling. So, how can I help? If you're set on offering your assistance, you'll need to prove you know your way around magical artifacts. I have no use for an assistant that lacks even the prerequisites. Here Eloisa has been working on some amusing relics that might fit the bill. Like this bag? How interesting. I must admit I underestimated Louisa when she came to ask me about the Elderwood potion. I didn't expect anything to actually come out of it. Kaleri must have helped her with the specifics of the schematics. I suppose you've proven your familiarity well enough. Very well. I'll allow you to work with me, darling. Before we cleanse the curse itself, we'll need to craft a nullification charm. This should protect you long enough to approach and set up the ritual. Wait, I'm wearing it? It'll clash with my shoes. Here are the ingredients I'll need. When you have them all, return to me and we will begin. My updates keep happening. I don't know what I did.
You're going to leave me all alone? Please remember me.
Well, I guess I gotta head home. I will be back with all of these things. All right, Tamala, you sent me on a wild goose chase for an elderflower.
I feel a little faint.
I knew you couldn't stay away for long. I have the charm ingredients. Oh, good for you, Zozo. I can't imagine anyone else is so skilled at doing what you're told. A moment then, while I put this little thing together. There. Now you'll need some special ingredients for the ritual itself. Take this candle recipe and make sure you bring me enough of them. The other ingredients will be placed inside the circle and imbued with echo. It should serve to lure out whatever nasty curse is clinging on. Wait, what was the tofu for? My meal, of course. Cooking for oneself is so bothersome when more interesting could be brewed with the time. Go on then. I do love to watch you leave, darling. Whitestone
Let's
Votive.
make these chats a nightly occurrence.
Hey, Tamala, your white votives needed a bean each, a butterfly bean for each of them.
You better have brought me something.
I have the items for the cleansing. Good. Place the candles in a circle around the essence. I'll prepare the rest while you do.
I keep thinking you'll bore me.
Okay.
But you don't.
Okay, you disappeared for me. I don't know, Tamala. You're some kind of nah. I don't know how to feel about it. You're too I don't know. I just don't like how Tamala sits with me. Never liked her. Anyways, I gotta get inside Central Stables, find this blob on the ground, and place the thingies. Place the candles. Oh, she reappeared here. Okay. Um, Echo. Nope, still not letting me get any closer.
This light does wonders for
There.
your eyes.
Now we will use this existing essence to draw the curse into the mushrooms. Some scales from the ancient coil to reinforce the barrier. The air thrums with energy as Tamala begins pulling the curse slowly out of the air and concentrating it into the mushrooms. I'll need to find a safe way to dispose of these mushrooms. I wouldn't suggest using them in your cooking. It looks like the curse has been successfully transferred. Why don't you investigate what it left behind?
How did I survive so long without you?
A broken down Galdur Pup lies slumped on the ground. It gives you no reaction. Why can't I talk to
I
Tamala?
feel a
Oh, there
little
we go.
faint.
I wonder what caused this pup to become cursed. I suppose the only way to find out is to repair it and check its memory logs. You know a Galdur who can help, don't you, darling? I've heard all about your little foray into the Temple of the Roots.
I hope this is how you always remember me.
I'll go ask the gardener for help. To Bahari Bay! Hey, gardener? Do you have the ability to, fix a Galdur pup, perhaps? Human? Are there not more important things you could be doing with your very limited time on this planet than wasting mine? Chill, bro. It's Galdur related. Your statement has piqued my interest. I will give you exactly 1 minute to explain before I expect your removal. Explain the situation. You are laboring under a few misconceptions. Fortunately, I have decided to enlighten you. First, what you are describing is known as a companion type. The exact model remains to be determined, but colloquially these were known as Galdur pups. This is a misnomer as they are not Galdur, they are constructs with limited cognitive ability. While free will is a human concept up to misinterpretation, the true definition of a Galdur is a construct capable of independent decision making that possesses a oneness. The companion type is little more than a pet. Still, if it is broken, my own oneness dictates I assist you in repairing it. I am sure you recognize this flow hub. Take it and place it near the companion so that I may examine it in more detail. Okay, bye! This one. And this way. Elderwoods. Okay. Let's put down his hub and speak. Running preliminary diagnostics. Please stand by. Okay. Yes. Its rune fuel pathways are damaged and the joint locking mechanisms are corroded with rust. I will require materials. Return when you have them, and I will walk you through the repair steps. Platinum bar? Okay, I'll be back. We got platinum bars, which you need to go and buy the recipe from Hodari, but also it's just easier when you have the ore compass. Anyways, hello, Gardener. Network standby status message. I'll only reactivate this hub when you return with the correct materials. Don't waste your time and, more importantly, mine. I have the materials. Establishing network connection. My observations of mortal behavior leads me to believe you expect praise for collecting the required materials. I will dispense a piece of candy as appropriate recognition of your efforts. Now follow my instructions precisely. Together, you and the gardener slowly repair the pup. It takes hours of carefully following instructions. Finally, you tighten the last screw and step back to observe your work. Pup? Despite all the repairs you have made, the pup does not show any signs of stirring. Oh, no. My instructions were perfect. Either your execution was flawed or the mechanical damage masked the true problem. Running complete diagnostics. Please stand by. Please, I would like one. Retrieve my hup and return it to the garden. What about the diagnostics? We will require supplies that cannot be found in these woods. Speak to me in the garden. Entering network standby. Okay, time to go back to the Temple of Roots. You know, it's really annoying when every single time you come in here, you're expected to break this with your pickaxe. Anywho's. To the gardener. Thank you for returning my hub. You may now leave. I thought we were getting supplies. That was a falsehood to ensure you return to the garden. Now that I've ensured your safety, the ruse is no longer necessary. What did you see? In my experience, laying out the clear and present danger of a situation has never stopped a human from making a foolish mistake. It would be illogical to suspect this time would be any different. However, I suspect you will not stop even if I continue to withhold information. That was not a Galdur pup. It may have inhabited the form of one, but that is where the similarities cease. The cursed energy you and the alchemist cleansed from it was not external. That was the creature's true form. All your ritual did was force it to condense. It likely took whatever form it saw reflected within you. Even if I desired continuing to assist you, my rune working would prohibit me from doing so. I suggest you look elsewhere, if you intend to continue down the path of your ancestors' greatest folly. As a consolation, have another piece of candy. Okay, Galdor. I mean, Gardener. Let's go tell Tamala what happened. Hi, Tamala.
I may have met my match in you.
Catch Tamala up. Yes, after you and that gardener disappeared in such a rush, I took the chance to inspect the pup in more detail, comparing it to those dull little motes filling the Elderwood's desert a disservice. This creature is far more interesting and complex, a living sentient curse. You see, I don't sense anything wrong with its physical body. Indeed, it appears to be sleeping. Yet nothing I try will awaken it, which leads me to believe that it has a will, and that it does not want to awaken. If the body is well, all that remains is a sickness of the soul, if this creature has such a thing. Damn, that's deep. As charming as I find your discomfort with sincerity, I must insist you actually engage with the situation, darling. We have the ability to help. Perhaps the creature is dangerous, perhaps not. We cannot know unless we give it a chance. At the moment, the only crime I see it guilty of is daring to exist at all. I am not in the habit of punishing others for that sin, as long as we're careful. That's the spirit, darling. How do we cure a sickness of the soul? The same way any living being does, creature comforts. Since we don't know the spirit's personality, I suppose we'll have to gather a variety. Personally, when I feel down, I imagine my enemies being punished in fun and creative ways. Barring enemies well, I have a rather involved skin scare regimen. The latest one involves Elderwood Lotus. Why don't you ask around the village for some other ideas? I must admit, even I'm aware not the most comforting presence. When you've collected everything, try placing it near the spirit to see what it reacts to. Ah,
You've got me wrapped around your finger.
more like you're trying to wrap me around yours. Let's go figure out what the Galdur Pup needs. Hey Einar, what do you find comforting?
Seeing you is akin to catching a new fish.
I find that even the briefest of conversations with you bring me closer to the oneness. What do you find comforting? I'm unsure what you mean by comforting. If you mean providing physical comfort, Galdur do not have skin. If you're inquiring as to what I engaged in when in emotional distress, I have made Gil 517 privy to all of my greatest secrets. He is very trustworthy. If you are looking for some comfort, perhaps you can fish up a confidant as well.
Is this longing?
I don't think that's gonna help our Galdur pup. Um, let's go ask Gel. Hey, Gel.
Nothing improves your beauty. Well, almost nothing.
Are you here for a wardrobe refresh? What do you find comforting? There is no comfort for an artist who is currently failing to fulfill his vision. Every day I languish under the expectations I place under myself, yet to lighten them an would be anathema to my very spirit. That said, sometimes I will go into my fabric stores and lie in a pool of silk until I feel capable of existing again. Oh, Jill.
I shall see you tonight in my dreams.
Of course you will. Okay, now for Badruu. Hey, Badruu. Badruu?
Got time for a tight five?
Fancy running into you today. What do you find comforting? Feeling down, Zozo? But you live up on that hill. You're more up than all of us. Okay, okay, enough joking. If humor won't cheer you up, well, there's nothing more comforting than Delilah's cooking. Between you and me, the secret is not so much what she's making, but who's making it. Oh, say the word and I'll whip up a snack. That'll sure to cheer you up. Oh, okay. Thanks, Badruu.
Have a great day.
You too. So I did end up asking around in Kilima, and the people I ended up asking are Einar, Gel, and Badruu. Einar said get them a confident like Gil 517. So I guess we need a Palium beta. Gel said he languishes in his silks, so we gotta bring some silk. And Badruu said, well, obviously, Delilah's cooking is not so much what's in it, but who's making it that counts. So I guess the game wants us to bring an Elderwood pie, but finally, for some strange reason, it also wants 3 Elderwood lotuses. Maybe that would be what Tamala wants. Not sure what's going on. Let's see if I can find any lotuses. There we go. 3. Umbraan betta. I have no more Umbraan bettas. I gotta go fishing. I will be back with that Umbraan betta. I'll see you guys shortly. Looks like I just caught my Umbraan betta by fishing between morning and evening inside the ponds. Let's place the items around the pup. Oh, the Umbraan beta also requires glowworms. After a few moments, a little blob of echo rises from the Galdur pup's chassis and swirls around you in excitement. Wait, excitement? You realize that the echo is infecting you with its emotions, though it's subtle and easy to ignore if you'd like. You don't look very evil. The echoling somehow looks or feels confused. It wiggles a little up and down. After a moment, the echoling drops back down into the pup's chassis. The eyes slowly light up with life again. It gives you a fond bark. Wait, what? Let me go check in with Tamala. She should be, like, on her way here right now. Actually, she's here already.
I've missed you, darling.
It looks like you have a new friend, darling. Such a shame we can't communicate with it properly. It seems like it wants to tell you something. Perhaps there's someone around here who might be able to translate? That Umbraan boy you rescued seems to have quite the affinity for flow and echo. The way I see it, he owes you for freeing him. Something I had nothing to do with, I might add. Just in case you're harboring doubts about my intentions. Run along then, tell me you've discovered anything interesting. Platinum Galdur Pup?
Your
Oh
company will be
no. Kovu must have been so pissed.